Hey yo, what's going on guys, welcome to a new video, and today we're going to be talking about how playable characters should be handled in the next Sonic game. If you like the video, make sure to like, comment, favorite, subscribe. Anyways, as you guys know, Sonic's 30th anniversary is coming up, and there is a lot of hype building up around this 30th anniversary game, and people are just kind of wondering if they're going to deliver in this next game. However, one of the biggest requested things for this 30th anniversary game is different playable characters. We have not gotten game-changing playable characters for over a decade. The only playable characters that we have gotten in the previous decade is just playable characters that are edited versions of modern Sonic. Literally almost nothing changes. It's kind of annoying. Sonic Forces is an example of this. Classic Sonic in the Rookie is just modern Sonic, but they edited it a little bit. It didn't even change much. Especially the Rookie, they just took out the boost and then gave him a weapon. We haven't had game-changing playable characters for a long time. In fact, the last time we had it was Sonic Unleashed. Which means game-changing playable characters died about 13 years ago when Sonic Unleashed was released. The game-changing playable characters died with the Werehog, unfortunately. And if the Werehog just had 8-minute stages, I feel like people would have loved Sonic Unleashed a lot more. Me personally, it's my favorite Sonic game. So after Sonic Unleashed was released, Sega got the impression that people just did not like game-changing playable characters, and honestly, I don't really blame them. That game got bashed hard. It got worse reviews than Sonic 06 when it was released. So, two games back to back, one was of higher quality and was actually a lot more polished than Sonic 06 with game-changing playable characters, still got bashed. They kinda came to the conclusion that people only want to play as Sonic. So, Sega does what every other company would have done in their position. They pretty much just took it all out. People have been asking for other playable characters for a very long time. And eventually Sega did crack and they actually gave us playable characters, but people were mad, especially with the amount of characters that we had in Sonic Forces, even though we couldn't even play as them. Like, we couldn't play as Knuckles, we couldn't play as Tails, we could only play as Rookie and Classic Sonic, and if you want to count Shadow. So I think Sega got the message, especially after Sonic Forces, that people want to play as playable characters that are game-changing. Not just any playable characters, specifically Tails and Knuckles. Like, come on, it's Tails and Knuckles, they're part of the main cast. We should be able to play as them. I personally think that Sega is going to bring back the game-changing playable characters because of how many people that are asking for it right now. And our priority for characters right now is bringing Tails and Knuckles back. They are important characters to the canon, and they also have amazing gameplay styles in the past. So now I'm going to be jumping into how these characters should be handled, what I think they could do to make these playable characters absolutely amazing without breaking the pace of the game. So when it comes to Tails, I wouldn't mind having the mech back with a little bit more advancements and a little bit more polishing, but what I really want is SA1 Tails to come back. SA1 Tails had a very good idea, and I love Tails from SA1. And I love the idea of Tails from SA1 because SA1's level design was so perfect. It's literally the best in the series because you had so many ways to manipulate the level design to skip parts of the level based on your skill with the spin dash and whatnot. And Tails' whole gameplay was based on doing that. One of the main criticisms of Tails from SA1 is that his levels weren't that challenging, and I kinda have to agree with that. I mean, you just kinda fly through the levels. Some of these levels we're looking at around 50 seconds on average. It was pretty fast levels. It was like rivaling Sonic Forces standards. So what I think they should do with Tails if they choose to go down this route is give him the Knuckles treatment from SA2, where they make levels based around how Tails plays. We can make the levels a lot more challenging, and we could even put some Dimp's Death Pits in there, and it could force us to conserve our flight ability more often to raise the stakes. Honestly, that sounds like a great idea. I'd love to see how Tails plays in his own level environment. However, another character that we should see return is Knuckles, obviously. I really want Knuckles Emerald Hunt stages back. Knuckles Emerald Hunt stages were so awesome. It's one of my favorite gameplay styles of the series. It's so dang good. It's a collectathon that is fast-paced. It's just a genius idea and it fits in Sonic's environment so well. Bring it back, Sega, please. However, when they bring it back, I think they need a mixture of SA1 and SA2. In SA2, They had better level design compared to SA1 for Knuckles, but what dragged them down in SA2 was the radar. Knuckles' radar in SA2 sucks. It is terrible. It annoys me so much. But in SA1, the radar is good. This is because the radar in SA2 only tracks one emerald at a time. In SA1, it can track all the emeralds at once. Now, I did learn something in the YouTube comments from somebody who actually told me in the SA2 mod loader, you can bring in the SA1 radar, which I thought that was awesome. Thank you for that tip. But if you don't have mods on SA2, you're still suffering because the radar is still bad. But when I added the SA1 radar to the SA2's Emerald Hunt stages, it made me enjoy the Emerald Hunt stages so much more. Because SA2 had the better level design of SA1's Emerald Hunt stages, but that radar killed it for me. Before I had the SA1 radar on SA2, I had troubles playing through SA2 because of how much I hated Knuckles stages without the radar. I really didn't like going back and playing SA2 because it was such an annoying experience having to track one emerald at a time, always backtracking through the level. It was so annoying, and honestly, a lot of times I wouldn't replay SA2. I would just replay SA1 because the SA2 just annoyed me way too much with those stages. But now that the SA1 radar is in SA2 through the mod loader, I absolutely love the SA2 Knuckles stages. It is a game changer, people, and if you don't like the Knuckles stages from SA2, turn on the radar. I recommend you do it. It is a game changer. You'll love it to death. And I know why they made the SA2 radar different from SA1. It was given to us to make the stages longer, but that is still stupid, guys. SA1's playable characters all had short stages with the exception of Big, and was still able to be longer than every Sonic game for the past 13 years. And when I play through SA2 with the SA1 radar, it's still a long game. It's not a short game whatsoever. Especially when being compared to the games that we've gotten lately. And I'm serious, the SA1 radar with SA2's level design put together, that would make a fantastic experience that I want to play so badly, especially with the Hedgehog Engine 2. I just want to see a beautiful Knuckles level with all that. It'd be so amazing. Please, Sega, give this to us. And it would be awesome if we did get this because we can get a lot of innovations with the future of Knuckles gameplay. Adding different level gimmicks, giving Knuckles different abilities to attack with. There's so much we could do with Knuckles gameplay. Please, Sega, bring this back. However, here we go into the controversial part of the video. There is another character that I think should return. I really want Amy to make a return as a playable character. Amy is one of my favorite characters in the entire canon. She is such a good character, especially in SA1 and SA2. I love how they handle her character. She's one of my favorites. I love her to death. I want her to return as a playable character. And she's an important cast member, so I mean, she should definitely have her own playable character. Something I really liked is SA1 Amy. I loved her gameplay. Yeah, I understand the rough controls that SA1 has. If they just took SA1 Amy and make the controls a lot more smooth, she would be my second favorite playable character. She is so good. Even with the annoying control scheme that Amy had in SA1, I still love her levels to death. It is so fun. I love how she's very fast at platforming while also not being as fast as Sonic, so you have enough time to explore around the stage. I just love her gameplay, and a lot of people call her a Mario clone, and I mean, maybe that's why I like her gameplay, because she is a Mario clone. Also, that's another thing, guys. Don't insult people by giving them the name Mario fan. That is so stupid. I mean, Mario puts out great games, Sonic puts out great games, Crash puts out great games. We all have great games here, alright? Being a Mario fan isn't bad. And being a Mario fan doesn't make you less of a Sonic fan. I don't understand that. Our audiences are very much intertwined with our games. A lot of Mario fans play Sonic, and a lot of Sonic fans play Mario. It's perfectly fine being that way. But at the end of the day, Amy isn't required, but if she made it into the next game as a playable character, I would love it to death. Please, Sega, do this. This is one of my #1 wants. She's a great character. At the very least, we should have Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles playable characters. They don't have to be Emerald Hunt stages or Tails flying through SA1 or a mech stage. You can give them entirely different playstyles if you want. just please bring them in the next game. One more thing that I want these playable characters to have in the next game, and please do this. I want you to do this, Sega. Make them like Sonic Adventure 1. And when I say make them like Sonic Adventure 1, I mean give them all their own individual stories. I love that aspect about Sonic Adventure 1. I wish it would come back. Every story that Sonic Adventure 1's playable characters had were really good. I think we all appreciate Gamma's story a lot. I mean, that is such a good story. I mean, like, dang, Gamma. And when we make an entire story dedicated to one playable character, it allows them to get extra character development because they're not restricted to being under the same plot as Sonic. And when we give playable characters their own individual stories, we get to do a lot more with the character. We get to explore them a lot more and give them extra character development. The characters aren't restricted by the other characters fighting to get more screen time. The characters in SA1 had so much growth in character development, and I think everyone knows that because Gamma kind of shows. The fans love Gamma, and I could see why. Gamma's awesome. Of course, the story part isn't required either, but I think it would make everything a lot better. And I know a lot of people will disagree with me on that and just want everything to be under one story, and I understand that. But me personally, in my opinion, I think the individual stories of the playable characters just help out the story a lot more. Anyways, guys, that's the end of the video. Make sure to like, comment, favorite, subscribe. And with that being said, I want to read off my channel members. They are the Loganator, Golden Sonic, Scape, 10, Sonic Pip, Aries02, and Sonic Fan. You guys are so awesome. You guys help a lot with this channel by funding me and a lot of stuff, and you guys help a lot. You guys are awesome. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to follow my Twitter down below if you want to know my opinions on current topics of the franchise, or maybe you just want to talk to me. Finally, make sure to join the Discord server down below. We're a very supportive community for when it comes to art. So if you make art, you pretty much gotta join, man. Come join and show off some of your art. We love seeing what you guys create. And if you don't make art, we're still a very active community, and we would love to talk about our favorite Sonic games and whatnot with you, because that's very popular around the server. We have a lot of debates in there, and people aren't really hateful, so when you express your opinion, nobody will attack you. Lastly, the VCs tend to be active, and I join sometimes, so if you want to talk to me or some other awesome people, make sure to join the Discord server down below. Love you guys. Adios.